It's neat.
Wow,
Better the
you were
telephone pole than
almost
me.
right.
Uh, yeah, I mean, if that telephone pole hadn't been there, I would have been the tallest thing around. So that would have not been good. Yeah.
Must have been an exciting experience or terrifying experience.
Exciting, you know.
Mm. Uh,
I don't think I was scared. It was just so amazing. It's just amazing, you know.
wow. Yeah, when when there's just when it is recognized or seen that all there is vastness, just this vastness, and there is nobody in it. You know, this doesn't even mind the lightning strike. You know, it's it may strike anywhere, anytime. It doesn't really mind. Because even the lightning strike is seen as just an appearance in it. So anything, the appearances are allowed to be as they are. There's just no um, avoiding or trying to get rid. But when there is that sense of being somebody, being a person, then it may seem as if a lightning strike is terrifying. And even when there is a thunderstorm going on, that sense becomes terrified of death. That's afraid because it doesn't want to die. Yet it doesn't really exist. It's just a thought. It's just a thought construct. It is just this vastness appearing as that too. So that too is another expression of this vastness. It's not to say it's separate from it, but when this vastness sees itself as it is, and then nothing matters. Nothing matters. Even this body is obliterated, you know, we won't mind because this as it can never really be obliterated, can never really be shaken, can never really be taken out. It's always there. It's the same as space when you pour water in this space. It can never get wet. When you take a gun and shoot at the space won't be shot at. When you prepare fire and just try to bend the space won't be bent. So it's like that. It watches everything without interest. It doesn't mind. It doesn't see the other. It's just there. It's not afraid of death because it's deathless. It was never born. It never dies. So it watches everything without interest. Watching without a desire to gain or to achieve anything from what is being watched or to gain anything from what is being watched. Yeah, so nothing matters to this because everything is this. Yet at times it may seem to engage in the story. It may talk as if it's somebody, talk, discuss about the weather, the situation, people, it doesn't mind. You know. It doesn't say, oh, I'm just vastness, I'm great. I can't talk about human issues. No, don't talk about the story. No, they seem to engage in the story. Everything is beautiful. Everything is okay. It doesn't try to get rid of anything because everything is it already. So it doesn't mind. It doesn't mind itself. Somebody who's living life, who's trying to fix this and that, is also just a dream appearing in it. There's no real somebody who's separate from this. It's like when you are in a dream, the body is sleeping, there's a dream, you know. It seems to be real when it's still continuing, but when you wake up, then it is recognized that it's just a dream. But this kind of a dream right now is the kind of a dream that nobody wakes up. Nobody wakes up here. That's waking up, but it's for nobody. So it can be seen as just an imagination. All is just imagined. Even to say there's a you there who's sitting, listening, there's just an imagination. There's nobody there. And that can be noticed even now. It can never be something that can be noticed in the future, apparent future, or tomorrow, or in the afternoon. Now, there's nobody there now. So that is noticeable by no one because this isn't talking to anybody already. And there's no one talking. They're just sounds that are being heard by nobody, that the meaning was imposed in those sounds that are being made here. So there seems to be a meaning. Something seems to make sense to nothing, or nothing seems to make sense to nothing.
Something seems to make sense to nothing.
If that is enjoyed, that's beautiful as well. Doesn't matter, you know, even when it seems as if there's somebody, that's not an evidence that there's a real somebody. That's just a thought construct. And nothing here ever tries to get rid of that because it's just a thought. It's nothing. It's already not there. It seems to be there, but when you look, when there's looking happening, it seems to run away. It's never really running away, but it's already not there. It wasn't there in the first place. That's why at times when this it is recognized that there is just this, there may seem to be a wow sometimes, a wow moment. Wow, what a relief! It's like when you are dreaming and then you recognize in the dream that you're dreaming. It's such a relief, you know. All those dogs that were chasing you, no, they become nothing. So you're already there, apparently. So nobody can become enlightened because there is nobody already. There's just enlightenment, which may also appear as somebody who's not enlightened. So it's all just freedom appearing as everything, appearing as somebody who's looking for freedom. Can that somebody who's looking for freedom find freedom? That's impossible because there's nobody who's looking for freedom. It's just freedom all the way. They can be a noticing, which is always there now. But the shift of attention may seem to make it seem as if there's no noticing. That's when the attention is placed in the activity, it seems as if there's just that activity, nothing else. But back to the heart space, it is seen that there's just simply this. Everything is already this. There's nobody who's living life. There's nobody who's searching for anything. There's nobody who's even listening. There's just listening happening, searching happening. Somehow, as well, the noticing itself may seem to the noticing that there's justice or recognition or a resonance may seem to uh, limit questions. Questions may seem to just vanish when that happens. When there are questions, it's when the idea that there is a separate self is believed in, then there may be questions that keep on coming up. So here, life is lived uh, just the way it is. There's just synchronicity with anything. There's that synchronicity. Things seems to happen. There's going to the left. If there's going to the left, so there's going to the left. There's no suppression of anything. You know. Somehow things seems to come together without making any efforts. They seem to just align. There's that alignment. Yeah. Mm. Or synchronicity, that's the word. Mm. So there's already no experience of what seems to be happening. And what seems to be happening is going nowhere. In the story, it may seem as if it's going somewhere. Something's going to be achieved, something's going to be gained. Something may seem to say, maybe one day I will eventually reach the pinnacle of the mountain. Mm. But that's just the story. There's nobody to reach. There's nobody to reach anything. There's nobody to get anything. There's just this. This as it is has no future, has no past, has no present. This is already nothing. There's nobody in this who's looking for this. There's nobody who's doing anything. There's just this. So there's never not this. All there is this. No matter what shape or form it may appear to be. It may appear as cars hooting in the street, people talking in the restaurant, eating, dancing, birds flying in the sky, thunderstorms, blinking, waiting, expecting, worrying, laughing. Everything is beautiful because everything is an expression of this. And this is nothing being everything. So this doesn't know the other. And the other may seem to be known in the story, which is nothing. When life is seen as unreal, or when this apparent life is seen as unreal, it may seem to be enjoyed. But when it's taken seriously, when it's seen as real, you know, then maybe very uncomfortable. Like when there's a lucid dream or waking up in the dream, while you're dreaming, that you recognize it, oh, it's just a dream. Everything becomes beautiful there. You fly, you run, you do all sorts of things. If somebody comes with a gun, is trying to shoot at you, you laugh. You can even say, shoot. Where you want to shoot? In the head. Just choose. So, but when it's taken seriously, there'll be so much fear, terror. You cannot lose anybody because there's nobody already, and you are not as well. That which is already nothing can never really lose anything.